Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be using a Team USA team in franchise mode. So I made up a team of all the Americans, the best Americans in the NHL, see how their team could potentially look like heading into the Olympics over in Beijing if the NHL players go, which I really hope they do. I really enjoy watching the Summer Olympics, and the Winter Olympics are always a blast, but it'd be much better if we can see the NHL players. If you guys missed it, spoiler alert, I did do Team Canada, and we were the President's Trophy winners, 97 overall, and we got bounced in the first round with the Florida Panthers in 5 games. Unbelievable, starting off the series down 3-0. But yeah, Team USA, we are 97 overall, same rating as Team Canada. I'm going to be going through the rosters, captaincies, and jerseys as well. Obviously, we have no salary cap because that would just not make sense at all. So I try to go with the best chemistry possible. We do have a -1 in the first time. The overalls are so high, it doesn't really matter. Austin Matthews is with Johnny Hockey, Johnny Gaudreau, and Patty Kane. An insane first line, even with a -1 or 87, 90, and 91. No worried at all. Jack Eichel and Matthew Tkachuk and Brady Tkachuk. I wanted to have the two Tkachuk brothers together. So not necessarily like the best team in terms of the ratings. Going down 1-4 in the lines, but I wanted to have the chemistry of the guys on the team. I could have put Tkachuk with Gaudreau, but I wanted to put the brothers together with Jack Eichel as the number 2 center behind Austin Matthews. What a 1-2 punch that is. JT Miller's with Kyle Connor and Blake Wheeler. So again, we have chemistry with the two Winnipeg Jets together. Fourth line, Vincent Trocheck with Alex DeBrincat. TJ Oshie, who is fantastic for US. He was fantastic like in the shootout, just for instance there. So we have a lot of size, a lot of grit, a lot of speed. Very, very balanced team there. I think USA and Canada are the two best teams you would see if the NHL players go to the Olympics. Zach Werenski's with John Carlson, Jeff Petry's with Quinn Hughes on the second pairing, Torrey Krug's with Seth Jones on the third. Now with the chemistry, the +3, Werenski's playing like a 90, Carlson like a 94. Even on the bottom pairing, 290 overall with the chemistry. And in goal, I have Connor Hellebuyck and John Gibson, so 290 overalls. Incredible goaltending. Two of the best goalies we've seen. Hellebuyck, probably a top 3 goalie in the league, if not top 2. We have a couple of scratches. We have Max Pacioretty. Actually have Jack Campbell and Jacob Chicker in there. So a couple of extra players we could see as extras on the team. Jack Campbell was fantastic with the Leafs. If he continues to play well like that, I could see him potentially being a third goalie, maybe even backup. As for special teams, we only have a +1 in the first unit, but it's all you need. Eichel, Matthews, Kane, Carlson, and Quinn Hughes. Insane first pairing. All of them playing over 90, except Quinn Hughes is an 88. And then we have JT Miller with Blake Wheeler, Kyle Connor, Jeff Petry, and Johnny Gaudreau in the second unit. I mean, Cole Caulfield potentially could be like maybe on the team as a spare, as a bottom line player. He's still young, still on his rookie year, but if he plays like he did in the playoffs for Montreal, scoring a ton of goals, maybe he could squeak in the team. I don't have him on the lineup just now, but so look at four-man. Matthews and Miller are 2 centers, and in penalty kill, Miller and Trocheck. We actually have a +1 in the second unit for the penalty kill. 3-man is 0, which is good. Neutral chemistry, the 3-man is always a good thing. So next up, I'm going to be showing you guys captaincy and the jerseys. Now as for captaincy, I gave it to Patrick Kane, one of the greatest American players of all time, a veteran. He's won multiple Stanley Cups. He's a leader, he's a winner, and he would be a perfect fit to lead that team. The 2 assistants are Austin Matthews and Jack Eichel, 2 of the greatest players in the league. Austin Matthews with Ovi, they're both in the conversation right now as the best goal scorer in the NHL. Ovechkin obviously had the better career. He's been there longer. One of the greatest goal scorers of all time. He's chasing Gretzky's record. But as of right now, I think Matthews is right on his tail, or could already be the best goal scorer in the league with his shot, how quick his release is. He can score from pretty much anywhere. So him and Eichel are 2 assistants. Patrick Kane is the captain of our American team. Now going into a play preseason game, I'm just going to show you guys quickly the jerseys and the overalls. So this is a look at the jerseys. I went with the star in the middle. It was one of the only logos that really fit what I wanted to have with the star. Then just the classic blue with the red and white stripes. This is the away, just inverse the white and the blue. I think they came out pretty nicely. You can't really write stuff on it. They couldn't have wrote USA. You only had to put one letter. You can only put one letter, but I think the star is pretty good representation of the American logo there. So I think that works out well. And in terms of the overalls, I almost forgot to show you guys. So we have 100 offense, 96 defense, and 94 goaltending. Just jump into the sim and hopefully have better luck than Team Canada. Alright, so at the trade deadline, we have 75 points. We're actually second in the Metro. Forgot to mention, we actually substituted the Washington Capitals. Of course, Washington being the capital of the United States. So John Collison, speaking of Washington, is our leading scorer with 60 points as a defenseman at the trade deadline, plus 25. Kane with 27 goals, 55 points, 53 for Eichel with 25 goals, 23 goals for Matthews. Murinsky, only 5 goals but 32 assists. Gibson and Hellebuck split time, 36 games for Gibson, 27 for Hellebuck. Gibson with much better stats there than Hellebuck. So simulate the rest of the year, see how the team finishes with. Alright, so we finished with 50 wins, 50, 25, and 7 for 107 points. We are not first in the league. That goes to the Edmonton Oilers, 1 point ahead of the Florida Panthers. And that's pretty weird because those were the two teams in the finals for a Canadian franchise mode. The Oilers beat the Panthers there. So Patty Kane is the leading scorer of the team, 80 points, 42 goals, 38 goals for Eichel, 79 points, 79 points for Carlson, plus 29. Matthews with 30 goals, 73 points. Goodrow there with 56, Wheeler 26, Tkachuk with 47, same as Werenski. Quinn Hughes 35 plus 28 for Tkachuk. So 35 points for Brady, 47 for Matthew. Going down the list, taking a look at goaltenders. So 47 games for Gibson, 36 for Hellebuck. 30 wins and 20, so both of them pretty solid stats, over 900 and under 3 goals against, so definitely solid there. So let's see who we're playing in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Alright, so it is the Boston Bruins facing off against them in round number 1. Let's take a quick look what their team looks like. Went way past Boston. I'm over in the East. Marchand, Bergeron, Pasternak, pretty much their same first line. Same first lines in real life. Hall, Krejci, Kasha, Ritchie, Corrali, Smith, DeBrusque, Cole, Wagner. Gressling, McAvoy, Carlo, Moore, Riley, and Miller. And in goal, they have Tuukka Rask, a 90 overall, Halak, 83. So overall, our team is better, but we see with the Canadian franchise mode, you can't take the sim for granted. You never know what will happen. Hopefully, we don't get swept. Alright, so we lose game number 1. We win game number 2 and number 3. So we're up 2-1 against the Boston Bruins there. They tie it up 2-2 going back to our home barn. 4-3 win going to Boston for game number 6. Can we finish it off here? No. All right, game number 7, and we win 6-1. So the Americans move on to round number 2. All right, so we got life here. We're facing the New Jersey Devils. All right, I'm a bit surprised to see them in the playoffs. Minnesota, Dallas, Edmonton, Anaheim. New Jersey, and then the Battle of Florida. So pretty interesting playoff matchups there all around the league for round number 2. Let's look at New Jersey Devils. Quinn Hughes, Nico Hischier, Jesper Bratt. I said Quinn Hughes. That's Jack. Come on, he's on my team. I should know. Jack Hughes, Hischier, Bratt. Honestly, even Jack Hughes, he could be on our team. I left him out just because there was some higher overalls for group, but Jack Hughes, never know, could make the team. Janssen, Zaka, Holtz, Wood, Kilkanen, Bastian, McLeod, Sweeney, Merkley. They have Butcher, Carrick, Smith, Severson, Siegenthaler, and Stanley. Then goal, Blackwood. So, I mean, not a great team. They have pretty good goaltending, solid top line. But overall, our team is definitely much better on paper. But on paper doesn't necessarily mean in the sim, though, it could be better. All right, so we win the first 3 games, all by margin of 3-1 or 4-1. Then 5-3, so we sweep the New Jersey Devils. All right, so we're up to the conference final against the Florida Panthers. So this is our time to get revenge. The Canadians couldn't beat them. Hopefully the Americans can. Looking at the lines for the Florida Panthers now, Huberdeau, Barkov, Hornquist. Pretty much the same lineup they had against us when we used them against Team Canada. Yandel there, Ekblad 88. And in goal, they have Bobrovsky 85, Drieger 83. So yeah, pretty much the same team. Hopefully we have better luck this time around. Let's simulate this game here. Gonna go first. Let's simulate 4 games at a time. We lose game 1, we win game number 2. All right, so we're tied 2-2, going to Florida now. We win, and then we're actually going to game number 7. We win. All right, so we're facing the Minnesota Wild in the Stanley Cup Finals. Can the Americans pull it off? 18 games played, 19 points. John Carlson over a point per game. As a defenseman in the playoffs, you love to see it. Now, taking a look at the Minnesota Wild, Kaprizov, Johansson, Zuccarello, Bustad, Fiala, Greenway. Have a lot of 70s and low 80 overalls there. Suter, Spurgeon, Brodin, Dumba, Cole, Hunt. And in goal, Capo, Kakinen, and Cam Talbot. All right, so it's our last challenge. One more series to go to get the Stanley Cup. Let's simulate the first 3 games against the Wild. And we win 2, we lose 1, so we're up 2-1. Up 3-1, I'm going to go to game number 5 here, just so sim it. We can win the Stanley Cup here on home ice in Washington, capital of the USA. Oh no, they're up 2-0. 3-1, this doesn't look good. 3-2. Wheeler makes it close, but they force a game number 6 in Minnesota. The state of hockey. Let's see if we can win the cup here. Gonna slow sim this game as well. All right, period number 1. 1-0 for them. Jared Spurgeon, and then 2-1. Kane and Fiala gets 1. So we're up in shots, almost over 10 more. Leading 2-1. We need a hero here. We need somebody to score. I don't care who it is. First line, second, third, or fourth. You guys are all stars on this team. Come on. They have a power play. Kill it off. Come on. 3 minutes to go. Oh, and Minnesota is forcing a game 7 in the Stanley Cup final. Team USA versus Team Minnesota. Here we go. We're playing on home ice after 1-0. Matthew Tkachuk after 2, 4-3. So 7 goals in this game, 6 in the second. Kaprizov, Dumba, and Zuccarello gets 2. Wheeler and Connor, the 2 Winnipeg Jets, get goals for us. They have a power play. We kill it off. Come on, power play on our side. We're outshooting them 34-17. Pretty much doubling their shots. And they're still leading by 1 goal. Come on, 5-1-4 power play. Come on, boys. You guys are an Olympic team. You should be able to get 1 past Kakinen. 2 minutes, 1, and the Minnesota Wild are Stanley Cup champs. The Americans fall short. 1 goal away from tying it, and they cannot get the job done. That's rough. I'm going to go through the stats of the whole league because I forgot to do so after the season. McDavid, 104 points, 46 goals, tied with Malkin. 98 points for him. Crosby, 94. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, 94. Eichel on the Sabres with 92. Then Matthews on the Leafs. So nobody on the top page for our team. Matthews on the Leafs actually wins the Maurice Richard. So it's not our Matthews. Hornquist there was actually pretty high in goals. Our John Carlson, 79 points plus 29 there. In terms of goaltenders, Sergei Bobrovsky had 42 wins. So a big bounce back year for him. Rookie skaters, Kaprizov, always near the top there. 34 goals, 71 points. Wow. And then rookie goaltenders is usually the top guys. Driedger, Sorokin, Kakinen at 33 wins. 24 for Shesterkin. Now take a look quickly at the playoff stats in the playoff tree. Carlson at 30 points plus 17 as a D-man in the playoffs. That's incredible. 7 assists. 13 goals for Wheeler, 12 for Connor, 24 and 20 points. So 2 Winnipeg Jets there. Miller in the third line center was pretty good. Matthews, only 7 goals for Matthews and Eichel. I'm pretty surprised about that. Quinn Hughes, 11 points. Goaltending. Hellebuck played pretty much the entire playoffs there. Pretty solid stats. Honestly, it's not the reason we lost. Just came up short at the end. Playoff tree here. The Wild beat the Ducks in 6. They beat the Stars in 7. And they beat the Coyotes in 6. So looks like on the right side, Florida made it pretty far. All of those series that Florida played went 7 games, the 3 series they played. So, yeah, that's going to be a wrap for this season. Let's take a look at the awards, and then it'll be the end of the video. So, Stanley Cup, of course, went to Minnesota. President's Trophy went to Edmonton. McDavid wins the Art Ross and the Hart. John Carlson on our team wins the Norris. Lady Bing to Bergeron. Kaprizov with the Calder. Conn Smythe to Matt Zuccarello. Markstrom with the Vezina and the William M. Jennings. A big year for him. Bill Masterton to Jones. Shaq Adams to the Devils coach. Saki to Kopitar, Nathan Lizzie to McDavid, and the Maurice Richard to Matthews. It's not on our team, but it's the Leafs Matthews. Good for him. An American wins to Maurice Richard. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, do leave a like. Would appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new as well. And hit that notification bell to get notified whenever a new video goes live. Going to be continuing my Mighty Ducks of Anaheim franchise mode. I believe I have about 5 seasons left for that. So it should be fun to see if we can get ourselves another Stanley Cup. So thank you guys for watching. And as always, have a great day.